Explosion in Shandong chemical plant sparks toxic gas concerns. On May 27 at noon, a massive explosion rocked a chemical plant in Gaomi, Shandong Province. In circulating videos, a towering mushroom cloud forms over the site, followed by plumes of thick black smoke and a yellow haze spreading across the area. Shattered windows in nearby buildings and the sound of panicked residents fleeing fill the footage. Local fire authorities deployed 232 personnel. Yet by May 28, officials have released no clear explanation regarding the cause, chemical contents, or possible casualties. Netizens speculate whether highly toxic substances were involved. The lack of transparency has drawn widespread public concern. Commenters online have questioned what chemicals were released and why emergency alerts were not issued. Is this another cover-up? One post reads. The event has reignited scrutiny of how the Chinese government handles industrial accidents and information disclosure. From restaurants to roadside, Chinese diners shift to night markets amid economic strain. In a video circulating from Zhengzhou, long restaurant lines have vanished. Instead, crowds flood open-air night markets. Locals say eating out has become unaffordable. "This is our new dining room," one man told a street vendor. Footage shows families sharing skewers beside parked scooters. In a video filmed in Shandong, a tobacco and liquor shop owner pans across his store, shelves full but not a single customer. He says sales have dried up as the Dragon Boat Festival nears. Not even a bottle sold today, he adds, pointing to untouched gift boxes meant for the holiday. Pork vendor struggles to survive as holiday sales stall. Can't feed my kids? In a recent video from a wet market in Hebei, a pork vendor stands beside an unsold meat counter. "No customers all morning," he says. With the Dragon Boat Festival nearing, he expected brisk sales, but the street remains empty. The vendor, appearing exhausted, explains he wakes before dawn and closes late. "I can't even ensure 3 meals a day for my kids," he says. Looking away from the camera, he adds, "I've thought about switching jobs, but I don't know what's better than this. I just hope someone can guide me." The footage reflects deepening struggles in China's retail economy. Multiple EVs catch fire at Suzhou charging station. NIO blames another brand. On May 24, a blaze erupted at a public charging station in Suzhou Industrial Park. Videos show several electric vehicles engulfed in flames, with thick black smoke rising into the sky. Fire crews arrived as explosions were heard, and onlookers filmed from behind safety barriers. Later that day, NIO released a statement saying 2 of its parked vehicles were ignited by a vehicle of another brand that suffered heat damage. Footage shows scorched car frames side by side, but officials have not confirmed the fire's origin. The incident has renewed concerns over the safety of China's expanding EV infrastructure. Paralyzed man ordered to repay debt, signed in ICU, court admits error after public outcry. In Jiangxi, China, a video has drawn national attention after a court ruled that Hu Qing, paralyzed for 15 years, must repay a debt allegedly signed in January 2010 while he was in intensive care. Hu's wife, Ms. Huang, appears in the video holding medical records and says it was impossible for her husband to sign the IOU from his hospital bed. Despite this, the court ruled in favor of the lender, citing a handwritten receipt. The $3,600.00 debt judgment sparked online outrage. Netizens flooded social media, didn't even check the ID, and routine injustice. After an appeal was filed, the creditor admitted his lawyer mistakenly sued the wrong Hu Qing. The Gansu Intermediate People's Court acknowledged the error, promised a correction, and said it would hold those involved accountable. Footage of Ms. Huang confronting the clerks and holding the disputed IOU went viral, amplifying distrust in China's legal transparency. In Gansu Tower, crane collapse kills 3, but banner suggests 5. On May 25th, a tower crane collapsed at a high-rise construction site in Zhang County, Dingxi City, Gansu Province. In video footage circulating online, the crane topples suddenly from the upper floors, crashing through safety nets as workers scream in the background. Media reported 3 fatalities, However, a banner captured by a bystander at the site reads, "Mourning 5 deceased co-workers," triggering widespread skepticism over the official count. Criticism surged online. Some viewers questioned whether deaths were underreported to avoid reclassification of the accident under stricter accountability rules. Others blamed lax safety standards. "Shoddy construction again," one user wrote. Authorities have not addressed the discrepancy. The scene remains cordoned off and no updated casualty figures have been released. Footage of workers gathering at the site in silence adds to public unease. The incident highlights growing mistrust in official disaster reporting under China's construction safety system. Electric car plays ads on startup Deep Blue Auto apologizes after backlash. On May 27th, a video surfaced showing a Deep Blue electric vehicle automatically activating its dashboard screen and playing an advertisement as soon as the driver opened the door. The screen even rotated toward the seat, seemingly to ensure visibility. Footage posted by the owner shows the ad playing before the engine even starts, sparking widespread complaints online about invasive marketing. In response, Deep Blue Auto issued a public apology, admitting fault and promising to disable all future ad prompts through the in-car system. Critics say the incident reflects growing concerns over data use and user rights in China's EV market. Bank depositors sleep outside Regulator office after hotel ban in Zhengzhou. In the early morning of May 27, hundreds of Henan village bank depositors and Henan unknown personnel once again clashed violently in front of the Henan Regulatory Bureau of the State Financial Regulatory Bureau. Video footage shows depositors say they were barred due to their protest status. Buses were parked along the roadside, forming a blockade that obstructed views from passing vehicles and pedestrians. The silent protest highlights the ongoing frustration of rural bank clients who have struggled for months to retrieve frozen savings amid China's tightening financial controls. Workplace violence reported at Hefei tech firm, police investigating. On May 23, a Xiaohongshu user alleged workplace bullying at Hefei Better Technology, claiming he was physically assaulted by a manager named Wang during a work meal. Video clips show the employee injured and describing prior work harm. Police have been called and an investigation is underway. Wuhan's $1,800,000,000 zero-cents drainage project questioned amid widespread flooding. On May 22, 2025, torrential rain submerged large parts of Wuhan, Hubei province. Videos online show school children being rescued by inflatable boats, hospital entrances turned into rivers, and water pouring through ceilings at high-speed rail stations. Despite a reported 13 billion yuan, approximately $1,800,000,000 zero-cents, investment in a rainwater and sewage separation project, the city's drainage system appeared overwhelmed. Authorities described the storm as a once-in-a-decade event, but residents voiced frustration, asking where the funds went. Social media posts accuse local officials of cutting corners and misappropriating project budgets, showing cracked pavement and non-functional grates across affected areas. Snowfall surprises summer tourists at Mount Wutai. On May 22, Mount Wutai in Shandong Province experienced an unexpected snowstorm despite the summer season. Videos circulating online showed visitors in coats and umbrellas walking through thick snow. Many continued their tours despite strong winds and icy paths. The rare summer snowfall drew widespread attention. Floodwaters inundate homes in Zhangjiaji's Zhengzhou town. On May 22, Zhengzhou town in Zhengzhou, Hunan province, was struck by severe flooding. Online videos showed murky water reaching halfway up residential buildings, submerging furniture and household items. First-floor homes were visibly underwater as residents attempted to salvage belongings. No official casualty figures were immediately released. China unveils Internet ID system, sparking surveillance concerns. At a recent police equipment expo, China's Ministry of Public Security showcased a new Internet identity authentication platform described as a tool to safeguard personal data. State media reported it is integrated with over 400 apps across sectors like finance and healthcare. Footage from the event shows attendees scanning digital interfaces. Critics online, however, liken it to an internet monitoring code, raising concerns over expanded state surveillance and digital control under the Chinese government's national security framework. Maggots found in school cafeteria grinder in Zhejiang, sparking hygiene concerns. On May 23, parents at Yaoa Bay Experimental School in Yuyao, Shandong Province, reported live maggots crawling inside a meat grinder in the school cafeteria. A video widely circulated online shows larvae squirming on raw meat surfaces. The Yuyao City Joint Investigation Team confirmed the report, attributing the contamination to failure in timely and proper cleaning after prior use. Established in 2008 as Yuyao's first public rural school covering 9 years of education, Yaobei had previously earned top food safety honors, including a Zhejian A-level canteen certification. The incident has triggered public scrutiny over the credibility of such awards and broader food safety practices in school systems. Wage disputes spark worker protests across China. In recent weeks, wage arrears have triggered multiple worker protests across China. On May 18, laborers in Fengshan, Beijing, gathered at a construction site over 2 months of unpaid wages. On May 23, workers in Inner Mongolia occupied a China Communications construction office demanding payment. Earlier, on April 30 in Shenzhen, a worker reportedly jumped off a building amid wage disputes with China Construction 5th Engineering Bureau.